This is problem number 8A from the practice problems for test number 1. If you want to see 8B, 8C, or 8D, look in the description for this video because this video is only part A. Solve each of the following word problems. Note that on the test you will need to define all variables, write a system of equations, solve them, and relate your solutions to the original problem to receive full credit. A coffee shop sells small and large cups of coffee. On a particular day, the shop sold a total of 508 cups of coffee. If the shop sold 3 times as many large cups of coffee as small cups of coffee, how many cups of each size did the shop sell that day? So first thing we're going to do is introduce some variables. So we're interested in how many cups of each size the shop sold. So it feels like we have 2 variables here. Representing the number of cups of each size of coffee that were sold. So for example, we could say let S equal the number of small cups sold, and then L equals the number of large. And I know a lot of algebra students are much more comfortable with X's and Y's in every problem. And of course, you're welcome to use X and Y for these 2 variables. But I'd encourage you to use letters that are more meaningful. Like in this case, S and L are going to remind us small and large. And I think that's going to be important in this problem. If you use X and Y, you're going to have to do more translating. Which one is X? Okay, we're talking about small versus large. I think it's better to use letters that represent the things in terms of their initials. Okay, so the next thing we need is an equation. So the first thing I see here is the shop sold a total of 508 cups. So the total is 508. So that means the number of small cups plus the number of large cups is 508. S plus L equals 508 is our first equation. And the next thing I see here is that the shop sold 3 times as many large as small. 3 times as many large as small. Okay, let's see if we can translate that. 3 times as many large as small. Well, you know, there is another version of an equation that looks almost just like that, which I'm going to write down here. I'm going to write the L and I'm going to write the S, but I'm going to put the 3 on the other side. And the fact is, one of these equations is the right one and one of them is wrong. And I think it's really easy to pick the wrong one. So what I'd encourage you to do is what I've just done here is write them both. And let's just go ahead and pick a number for L in this first equation and see if we get the right thing. So if we decide, for example, that L is 2, and we plug L equals 2 into this equation, the first one, then how much is S? Well, S is equal to 3 times L. 3 times 2, in this case, is 6. Or come over here to this equation. Now I'm going to pick a number for S. For example, if S is 4, and let's plug into this equation now and figure out how much L is. So L is equal to 3 times S. 3 times 4 is 12. So L is equal to 12. Okay, only one of those 2 sets of numbers here in black captures the information in the problem. So again, it says 3 times as many large as small. So which number am I expecting to be bigger? I'm expecting to sell more large cups of coffee than small. 3 times as many, in fact. So the number for the large cups should be triple the number for the small cups. So which of our sets of numbers here at the bottom gives that to us? Is the L number bigger than the S number in that one? No, it's the wrong way. Is the L number bigger than the S here? Yes, it's exactly 3 times bigger. So it's really the second equation that's the one that's good. So I'm going to put a big X next to this first equation here. That's not right. Second equation gave us the right thing. So we're going to use this together with this. So I'll put 1 line through that. That is not the right equation. Okay, so I've got now my system of equations. I'll just copy them together. So we got S plus L is equal to 508. And then L is equal to 3S. You can use either substitution or the elimination, also known as linear combinations method. I'm going to use substitution because L is by itself. One of the variables is by itself, makes it easy to do substitution. So we'll take the first equation. It said S plus L equals 508. But instead of L, we're going to put what L is equal to, which is 3S. So that's just substituting instead of this L, we're putting this L, which is really 3S. That's there. So that 3S looks a little bit like a 35. Let's fix that. Okay, almost done. Add the S's, we get 4S is 508. Divide both sides by 4. And hope it goes in evenly. Let's see, 1, 2, 7. So 127 small cups. And then to find the number of large cups, we'll go back to the equation that had L by itself, which was the one circled in red in green. So L equals 3S. So that means that L is equal to 3 times this 127. So what does that equal to? 381. So those are our answers there. S is 127 cups small, 381 large cups of coffee.